Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe. We've just smashed through that 5,000 subscriber mark, so if you help me out, we might even get to 10,000. In our first story, a choosing beggar really needs money, but only if you will hand deliver it to her. Let's jump right in. A week ago, my uncle was at our house helping out. He is out of work because of the pandemic. Now he comes over to our place to do some carpentry work for us, and he expects us to pay him for it. We don't mind because it's a way to help him and his family out. Also, his work is fantastic. It lasts almost a lifetime. He's pretty damn skilled, so we get a good deal out of it too. The only problem is his entitled kid, my cousin. She's very demanding. Whenever he is working at our house, she will call her dad throughout the day. Then she'll ask him to pass the phone over to my mom. She then asks my mom to advance her dad's pay for the day. So it's like we pay her first before her dad finishes working, and usually she demands more money than what was agreed to for her dad's work. Most of the time she does this under the pretense that her dad did not leave them money. Her little brothers are hungry, or she has a medical emergency, or some repo men are about to take their TV if they don't pay their debt, or whatever. She always seems to need the money badly. Usually, what we do is just send her the money. Then my uncle will go home empty-handed because his daughter has taken all his money already. Then my mom takes pity on him and gives him a little extra money. I really don't approve of this, especially since I'm the main source of income for our household. But my mom tells me to count my blessings and have mercy on my poor uncle who works hard. Mind you, we are not rich. I just happen to have a remote job, so I can still provide for my family in times like these. Anyway, last week was a bit different. My cousin did her usual routine of demanding her dad's pay. We agreed and said we would transfer the money to her, but then she tells us that she is too busy to withdraw the money from the bank. This time, she wants me to hand deliver the money to her, so I am supposed to go out to get the cash and then bring it directly over to her. When I said that her dad would be coming back later and he could just bring it, she said that wouldn't work. She needed it right away. By the way, they live a few miles from us, so I would have to take 2 buses to get there. I don't have a car because I don't need it, and I haven't gone very far since the pandemic hit. Usually I just go out to nearby places like the gym or the grocery store. I never left our city. When I told her I didn't want to do that, she got angry at me and called me lazy. She told me that all I do is stay home all day. I'm a useless freeloader. What the flip? The money she's asking for is actually coming from me. Just because I'm several years younger than her and I still live at home with my parents, she assumed that I'm just a freeloader like she is. I pay for our house, our bills, our food, and even pay her dad, and she still has the nerve to call me lazy for not bringing her the payment for her dad's work. I just passed the phone back to my mom. My mom told my cousin that she couldn't force me to go out. My cousin started telling my mom that she should have told me off for being a couch potato. She then started telling my mom to just kick me out of the house. I could see that my mom was about to tell her about how I was working and supporting the household, but I told her not to. At least this way, my cousin won't be bothering me directly for money. If she knows that I have money, then I can just imagine how she will start to harass me for it. I would much rather she believe I don't have any money. I was pretty pissed, so I told her dad I don't have money anymore, and so I can't pay him or his daughter. I said it was probably best if he just went home now. But he said it's okay. He'll still finish pouring the cement on the garden steps because he doesn't want to leave his work undone. He told me to just pay him whenever I got some money. Later, he asked us if we had any money for his bus fare home. I felt bad for my poor uncle as he had worked hard for us. I didn't want to be a jerk, so I ended up giving him all the money for his work. Though I did make him promise that he wouldn't give the money to my cousin or even say a word about it to my cousin. Now it's a week later. My cousin keeps calling us to ask, or more accurately demand, that my mom pay her the debt. We just kept telling her we're broke too. It is good to know that my uncle kept his promise to not tell her, since she seems to have no idea that he has already been paid the money. She keeps threatening us, saying that they won't see us ever again, and if we need any help, they won't bother helping us anymore until we pay our debt. To be honest, that works out great for us, except for the constant phone calls. At least we don't have to send her money anymore. I just feel bad for my uncle and his kids, my other cousins. I really hope he can find a job soon. In story 2, when a Choosing Beggar's motorhome won't start, well, you better provide the solution for it. So I'm sitting in my car this morning after picking up my medication for the next couple weeks. All of a sudden, a scraggly looking guy comes up to my car and gets my attention. I crack my window and say, "Hello, what's up?" He says, "Hey man, I have jumper cables. Could I get a jump from you?" Now, I drive a little 2018 Chevy Cruze, so I'm not even sure if it has the bigger posts you can jump from or those little ones. But I say, "I'm not sure if I can jump you, but let's see what you got." He walks back to his vehicle and I follow him in my car to the other side of the parking lot as he parked on the side of the road out of the parking lot. As I pull up, I see why. He wants me to jump start a 35-foot Ford motorhome. Now, my car isn't jumping that thing even if I hide the posts. I say, "Sorry dude, there's no way my car is gonna jump this beast. You need someone with a much bigger battery." He says, "Well, crap. Do you have AAA or something?" AAA is the #1 roadside assistance company in the States. I say, "Well, I do, but I only get 3 calls a year, so I can't really give them away. I'd have to wait until the tow truck got there to sign the paperwork anyway," which I didn't have time to do. Then he asks, "Could I get $75 from you so I can call a tow truck?" I don't know this guy at all, so no chance. I just snort and say no, and it is super rude to ask that of someone you don't know. He starts getting mouthy, shouting, screaming, calling me every name in the book, really just having a big old temper tantrum. Not a problem. I just roll up my window and drive away. My car still works. In story 3, when a choosing beggar knows you have a skill that will help them, good luck not doing it for free. So I had worked as a resume and CV writer for a bit as a side gig. I used to make about $5 a CV. I'm in a third world country, and that is sort of decent when converted into local currency. Anyway, a friend recently needed a CV and talked with me about it. I told them that I wouldn't mind reviewing it for them. I will usually review the CVs of my friends as a personal favor. They asked me about my CV, the style, what it included, etc., and so I sent it over to them. I made my CV using a paid subscription website to build it. When my friend heard that, they asked me if they could also use the website for their CV. I didn't have any problem with that. I had already paid for it and finished my work, so it just seemed to make sense that they use it as well. They sent their CV over to me. I checked it out, pointed out areas where they could improve it, and things seemed fine. A few weeks go by and they called me again. Now they are asking me to be the one to manually feed their existing CV into the paid website. They want me to work on it, review it again, and rework their edits. Now we are getting into uncomfortable territory for me. I have already given them help, but now they are to the point where I'm basically doing my side business for them. I tell them that is fine, but I would charge them $3 for my work. They didn't respond well, and they said they wouldn't pay me. They argued that I worked as a CV writer before, so it is easy for me to do. Also, they would tell all their friends about the amazing services that I offered. I didn't want to argue with them, and I also didn't want to work for free. I figured that I would just put them off. I knew that they wanted to apply for a job on Saturday, so I told them that I wouldn't have time this week to do it, thinking that would get me off the hook. They responded by saying that wasn't a problem. I could do it later and they would still be able to apply for the job later. It is important to note that this individual is super wealthy. They have a sports car, a mansion, and whatnot. $3 is nothing to them. At this point, I decided to change my account password so they could no longer get into the website and just cited technical issues. Now, I just need to keep myself busy as long as I possibly can. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then please smash that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.